Hello, good morning, student. First, confirm from your end, I am audible and my screen also in visible mode. Thank you, Mahesh. Okay, let's start our today's session. This is lecture number 5 of 2D element. So, learning objective of this session are actually main focus of this session to solve numerical on shape function for CST element. So the first we should know what do you mean by CST element. So first, that is constant train triangular element. Then in this session we'll determine the shape function of 2D element, that is CST and LSR. So first you need to know what do you mean by shape function of 1D element or 1D bar element, and before that we should know the coordinate system used in FEM. So there are three coordinate system, that is global, local and natural coordinate system. That system useful for to determine the shape function of 1D bar element as well as 2D element. Okay, and 100% chances ask on shape function for CST as well as or uh, LSR element. Okay, so this is our main objective, uh, that determine the shape function for CST element. Okay. So what is constant train triangular element? Actually, name indicate that element with shape having triangular, that is it having three node and three sides, and constant means uniform strain throughout the triangular element. So actually that depend upon shape function of that three node, because a triangle having three nodes, and if all three nodes having same shape function value, then in that case the strain become constant throughout the element. So that's why that uh, element called as a constant strain triangular element. So the existing domain that divide into triangular element, and each triangular element having three nodes, and each node having 2 degree of freedom in x direction and in y direction. So we represent u displacement in x direction and v displacement in y direction. So this is a graphical representation of constant train triangular element. So a triangular element having three nodes, suppose this is node 1, displacement of node 1 in x direction represented by u1 and coordinate, that is x1. Similarly in y direction, displacement, that is v1, because suffix used, that is 1. So displacement in y direction at node 1, that is v1. Likewise we can denote at node 2 u2 v2, coordinate x2 y2, and at node 3 x3 y3 coordinate and displacement u3 v3. And if you consider a point within that element, so that point denoted as a p, that is x and y, and respective their displacement u and v. So this is a practical application of triangular element model of bracket with discretization by using a triangular constant element or constant triangular element, that is CST element. you can see there is a fine mesh around the circular slot and fine mesh around this rectangular slot. Why fine mesh is required? Because there is a stress concentration occur near the when actually shape suddenly changes. Due to that, fine mesh required. So you can observe carefully. All element shape is in triangular. Then some points or terminology regarding CST element. So all decomposed 2D domain or our mathematical domain discretized by using triangular element. Then each triangular element is composed by three corner nodes, that is node 1, 2, 3. Each element share its edge and two corners node with an adjacent element, means connected with adjacent triangular element. Counterclockwise or clockwise node numbering is there, but in general the local node number are assigned in the counterclockwise order. So for simplicity and generalize, we must uh, put or give numbering to the element in counterclockwise 1, 2, 3. Then each node having 2 degrees of freedom, u represented by u and v in x and y direction. Then displacement interpoled using shape function and nodal displacement. We'll talk about shape function in upcoming slide. The displacement is linear because three nodes data are available. So displacement is linear if the shape function of all three nodes are same. In that case, uh, the displacement must be linear. Then stress and strain are constant because all shape function of all three nodes are same. If strain are same within element, then ultimate stress also same, or we can say constant or uniform. So this is a triangular element having three nodes and 6 degrees of freedom. So displacement for CST element. So this is our polynomial equation, or we can say displacement function at node 1 at x direction. So displacement u1 in x direction, that is this is a linear term. By using Pascal triangle, we can write a1 a2 x1 plus a3 y1. Similarly, at node 1 in y direction, a4 a5 x1 plus a6 y1. So these are two displacement function at node 1 in x and y. Similarly, at node 2 with in x direction and y direction, at node 3 displacement in x and y, that is u3 and v3. So there are 6 degree of freedom. So we'll get 6 displacement function u1 v1 u2 v2 u3 v3 with respect to coordinate x1 and y1. So this same 6 equation write in the form of matrix only. So this is displacement vector, this is displacement constant vector, matrix, that is a1 a2 x1 a3 y1, and remaining term are 0. So that same equations write in the form of only in matrix. Okay, so u1 un is nothing but displacement, a constant, and x, that is displacement matrix. Okay, a poll question, please reply. A triangular plane stress element degree of freedom dash dash degree of freedom. हेलो। एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना ही ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं है, बट हाउ टू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम एंड क्रैक दैट कंडीशंस विद इन दैट प्रॉब्लम, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। अभी आपके आंसर से मुझे नहीं लग रहा है कि आप प्रॉब्लम क्रैक कर सकते हो। सॉल्व करना बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम ही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो आप सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते ना। Okay, I'm stop this poll and share your answer. Okay, 51% students say 3 degree of freedom, 10% 4, 0% and 38%. देखो चलो, ऑप्शन नंबर थर्ड 0%, okay, consider. Then option number 2, 10% voted. Option number 2, that is triangular element having 4 degree of freedom. सिंपल, एकदम सिंपल है। देखो, a triangular element having each node having 2 degree of freedom, u1 and v1. अगर ऑप्शन में 2 है तो ठीक है, 2 सिलेक्ट कर सकते थे। then if you consider all 3 nodes, then if each node having 2 degree of freedom, then 2 into 3 equal to 6। ठीक है, सो जिन्होंने 3 नोड सिलेक्ट किया, 3 आंसर सिलेक्ट किया है, कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है। यू सिलेक्ट 3 नोड एंड इन क्वेश्चन आस्क अबाउट डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम। ओके, तो आपने अगर 3 सिलेक्ट किया है तो आपके माइंड में 3 नोड थे, बट ट्रायंगुलर प्लेन स्ट्रेस एलिमेंट हैज एक तो 2 नहीं तो 3, 2 बट इन ईच नोड and 6 degree of freedom when you consider all 3 nodes. So 6 is the correct answer. The element is called CST. अभी मोस्ट ऑफ लोग सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं इट हैज कांस्टेंट स्ट्रेन। ऑप्शन सेकंड सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं मोस्ट ऑफ। Okay, I'm going to close this poll. Correct answer, the element is called CST because strain is constant throughout the element. That's why, though there is a constant of stresses, still we can say due to constant strain, that element called as a CST, that is constant strain triangular element. Okay, so option number 2 is correct answer. Next, we are going to start our main topic, that is shape function. So first we discuss about coordinate system, and then we will jump on a shape function of 1D bar element. After that we will start a shape function of 2D element, that is for CST and LSR. First question, that is need of shape function. Suppose we take a simple example, a bar with one end fixed, that is left hand end is fixed, and axial force apply on right end. So displacement at node 1 is u1, and displacement at node 2 is equal to u2. Okay, suppose we can consider the length of bar is equal to 10 mm, displacement u1 is equal to 0, and u2 is equal to 10 mm. Okay, so u1 0, u2 10 mm, and length also 10 mm. Okay, so please tell me the displacement at midpoint. Suppose that point consider as a third, and displacement at 3, that is u3, is equal to, tell me your answer. What should be the value of u3 or displacement at midpoint? देखो, length 10 mm, total length of bar 10 mm, then displacement at point 2 10 mm, displacement at point 1 is equal to 0. So displacement at midpoint is equal to कितना हो सकता है? Okay, someone say 2 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm, less than 10 mm. Yes, 5 mm, 5 mm, u2. Okay, any other? एकदम सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछा है मैंने कि u1 अगर 0 है, u2 10 mm है, तो मिड पॉइंट के ऊपर डिस्प्लेसमेंट कितना पॉसिबल है? ओके, 5 mm, गुड. Okay, so I think there are number of way to calculate displacement in your logical way. ठीक है ना, मीन्स आपके लॉजिक से आपने बताया कि 2 mm हो सकता है, 5, 10, 4. ठीक है, मे बी फर्स्ट मेथड ये पॉसिबल है कि डिस्क्रिटाइज, एंड बाय यूजिंग फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट स्टिफनेस मैट्रिक यू कैन कैलकुलेट u3 at mid point. Correct, means you discretize this bar into 2 elements, and that midpoint called as a third point or u3, then solve that problem by using formulation of element stiffness matrix. You will get 2 element stiffness matrix, then find out u3, or someone calculate by using similar triangular method ki chalo, if length is equal to 0, displacement 0. If length equal to 10 mm, then displacement also 10 mm. If length equal to 5 mm, then displacement also 5 mm. That is nothing but use of similar triangular method. Okay, so if you जैसे previously हमने solve किया था by using formulation of element stiffness matrix, then if you consider one element, means it having 2 nodes, then you can easily calculate displacement uh, two at 2 point. Similarly, if you consider example of thermal, means replacing that external physical load instead of temperature, or if you use transverse load, so we'll get deflection at point 1 and deflection at point 2. So these all three are the example of single element or single dimensional. So displacement, temperature, deflection, these are the variables within element. Then suppose we consider a single element having two element. So we required two equation, means we form a global stiffness matrix equal to 2 by 2, means we required two equation to find out displacement at node 1 and node 2. Similarly, if you go for two elements, means three nodes, three equation, that is 3 by 3 matrix. If you go for four element, then we required four equation to determine displacement at that node u1, u2, u3, u4. Okay, so this is actually a basic limitation, that by using element stiffness matrix we calculate only displacement at node point, है ना? Means for formulating stiffness we use stiffness into displacement is equal to force, ठीक है? जो आप मेथड यूज करते हो, करेक्ट, that is formulation of stiffness matrix, stiffness into displacement is equal to force. You will only obtain the displacement at the node, okay, not within the element. So we consider जैसे strain and stresses remain same within that element, क्योंकि हमने सिर्फ नोड के ऊपर काम किया है. We will find only displacement at node. Then यहाँ पे जैसे हमने assume किया है कि 0 and 10 means total displacement within that body is equal to 10 mm, and that change in length upon original length, then we calculate displacement, and then after we calculate stresses. तो हम assume करते हैं कि displacement throughout the element remain constant, and strain also constant, and as well as stress also constant. ये हम assume करते हैं, ठीक है? We just calculate at the variables at node points. Then what is the use of shape function? So the shape function to interpolate and determine different property within the element. जैसे अपने mid point के ऊपर calculate किया है कि चलो हम displacement find out at mid point or within any point on in element. Okay, आप कोई भी point ले सकते हो, और if you know the shape function at node point and variable value or magnitude of variable point at node point, अगर आपको shape function पता है दोनों point का और वेरिएबल वैल्यू पता है जैसे डिस्प्लेसमेंट, सो विद इन एलिमेंट आप कहीं पे भी मींस वी कैन फाइंड आउट और डिटरमाइन प्रॉपर्टी एट दैट वेरिएबल विद इन एलिमेंट. जैसे आपको दो एंड्स के ऊपर डिस्प्लेसमेंट पता है, तो आप कहीं पे भी डिस्प्लेसमेंट फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो, जैसे आपने अभी किया था मिड पॉइंट के ऊपर 5 है, ठीक है? सो द बाय यूजिंग शेप फंक्शन ऐसे डिस्प्लेसमेंट नहीं, टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन, स्ट्रेसेस, देन डिफ्लेक्शन और एनी वेरिएबल प्रॉपर्टी यू कैन डिटरमाइन बाय यूजिंग शेप फंक्शन विद इन एलिमेंट, ठीक है? तो दोनों में बेसिक डिफरेंस क्या है? सो एलिमेंट स्टिफनेस मैट्रिक्स वी डिटरमाइन the variables, value of variables at node only, and by using shape function we determine the property of variable within element, ठीक है? तो जैसे ये ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं एग्जाम में, जैसे दिस इज फर्स्ट एक सिंपल बार having element 1, node 1 and 2, and we know the displacement at node 1 and node 2, that is 0.05 mm and 0.03, ठीक है? 0.03 at node 1 and 0.05 mm at node 2. जैसे दो पॉइंट के ऊपर हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट पता है, देन डिटरमाइन द डिस्प्लेसमेंट एट नोड, सॉरी नॉट नोड, एट पॉइंट P, ठीक है? आप कहीं पे भी ले सकते हो, ठीक है? सो जैसे हमने P पॉइंट के ऊपर डिस्प्लेसमेंट 0.01 mm कैलकुलेट किया है. इफ यू नो द वैल्यू ऑफ शेप फंक्शन एंड वेरिएबल्स, जैसे डिस्प्लेसमेंट पता है दो एंड्स का एंड शेप फंक्शन, सो वी कैन इजीली कैलकुलेट दैट वेरिएबल वैल्यू. ओके, तो ऐसे सिंपल क्वेश्चंस आपके आते हैं एग्जाम में, ठीक है? फॉर दैट वी रिक्वायर्ड टू नो कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम, क्योंकि ये कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम रिक्वायर्ड है टू डिराइव shape function of bar or any element. Okay, so there are three type of coordinate system, or we can that coordinate system classified into three category. First one is a global coordinate system. So global coordinate system, uh, we consider a reference point outside the element. जैसे हमारा element E having node 1 and 2, then we consider any one reference line or point outside that element. Okay, so this is our reference line. Then distance of node 1 from reference is equal to x1. Then distance of node 2 from reference, that is x2. And if you consider any one point on that element, suppose p, then that distance considered as a x. Then length of that point p, that is x minus x1. So ये आपकी length हो गई 1 to p, that is length of point p from node 1. And the length of element, that is x2 minus x1. Length of node is equal to x2 minus x1. Simple इतना याद रखना है कि outside the element we consider a reference, that is x start from that reference, that is x is equal to 0. Okay, means out जो भी आपका एलिमेंट है उसके बाहर आपको रेफरेंस कंसीडर करना है, दैट इज ग्लोबल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम. सेकंड वन, दैट इज लोकल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम. In local coordinate system, we consider a reference point at end point of that element. ठीक है, मींस कोई भी एक end point हम कंसीडर करते हैं. तो यहाँ पे जैसे node 1 is our reference, so xi is equal to 0 and xj is equal to having some value, that is length or position of node 2. So length of element, that is xj minus xi, and p point, so that position or distance of p with respect to node 1 is equal to x. ठीक है, so basic difference in global and local. Global, outside means reference consider outside the element, and in local coordinate system, a reference consider at from any one end. Then in natural coordinate system, same element node 1 node 2 considered point p. Okay, then this is our reference line. Okay, and that dimension represented by psi. So this is our reference line, psi is equal to 0. Okay, then maximum length calibrated, psi is equal to +1, and in left side psi is equal to -1, means that entire element consider as a magnitude equal to 2. Okay, this is pure numerical value, that total length equal to 2, and that midpoint represent reference. And natural coordinate, if you consider one dimensional, so natural coordinate, that is psi. If you 2, y consider as a eta, neta, and if you consider z, then that natural coordinate consider as a eta. Okay, psi, neta and eta. Now we just talk about psi. Later on we will consider two dimensional. So एकदम simple क्या है कि a single element reference point midpoint psi is equal to 0, towards right side consider as a positive one, means up to end, and up to left end we consider -1. ठीक है, so total length of total length of element equal to 2. If you consider any point within that element p, length is equal to psi plus 1, means ये आपका psi हो गया, and this magnitude is equal to 1. Okay, so this is regarding global system, local system, and natural coordinate system. Then next, actually our main objective to determine shape function at node 1 and node 2, that is n2 value and n1 value, that shape function represented by n. So if you consider element 1 having two nodes, so shape function at node 1 and shape function at node 2. For that we required to derive this relation So relation between global and natural coordinate system. Okay, to create relation we consider following properties between the two coordinate system. We just map that two system, global and natural coordinate system. So length of element in natural system, length of element in global system. देखो natural system में length कितना है, that is 2, and global x2 minus x1. So this is first relation. Length in natural system 2, length in global system, that is x2 minus x1, is equal to distance of point P from node 1 in natural system to distance of point P from node 1 in global system. So natural system, distance of point P from node 1, that is psi plus 1, and this is distance of P from node 1, that is x minus x1. हमें रेफरेंस क्या है, 1 चाहिए, सिर्फ x minus x1. So this is our equation, psi plus 1 and x minus x1. Then by after simplification we'll get psi is equal to 2 in bracket x minus x1 bracket complete, x2 minus x1 minus 1. So this is relation between natural coordinate and global coordinate. Okay, how to verify? To verify, if you put x is equal to x1, ठीक है, जैसे हमने x is equal to x1 पुट किया है, so we'll get psi is equal to -1. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे, means x of or length of element start from node 1. Okay, so अगर आपने x1 पुट किया है, तो so we'll get -1 value, and if you put x is equal to x2, then we'll get psi is equal to 1. So if you put x is equal to x2, okay, so we'll get psi is equal to +1. So this is our verification or cross check whether this relation is correct or not. So this is final relation of psi with respect to global coordinate system. Then next, shape function in local coordinate system means to determine, you can see here we required a shape function with respect to local coordinate system. This equation will get by using local coordinate system. Okay, the shape function in local coordinate system. Local coordinate, suppose element with node I1 and I and j. So x consider as a 0 because this is a reference point. Node 1 is a reference point in local coordinate system. So x is equal to 0, and length of that element equal to L. So x is equal to L. Displacement at node 1 is equal to ui, and displacement at node 2, that is j, is equal to uj. Okay, means 1 के ऊपर ui and 2 के ऊपर uj displacement, length 0 and 2 के ऊपर capital L. Okay, x equal to 0, displacement ui, x equal to L, displacement uj. Okay, so this is graphical representation, and that displacement we consider as a linear displacement variation. Okay, linear means a continuous line starting from first end to second end. So that variation we consider as a linear. If there is a sine curve or cosine curve, then that variation we consider as a sine or cosine or non-linear displacement. Okay, so due to straight line, let's assume simplest linear displacement variation, that is straight line. So y is equal to mx plus c. So we can write that displacement u is equal to a1 plus a2x. So this equation is nothing but y is equal to mx plus c. That is equation of straight line. ठीक है, तो हमारा अल्टीमेट ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, टू फाइंड u in terms of shape function. Okay, for that we required to know value of constant a1 a2. Okay, so let's consider boundary condition. When x is equal to 0, displacement u1, put that value of x and u1, so we'll get a1 is equal to u1, value of a1 is equal to, sorry, ui. Okay, then similarly when you apply a boundary condition x is equal to l, x is equal to l and displacement is equal to uj. Okay, in same equation, so we'll get a2 value, that is uj minus ui upon l. Then these two value a1 and a2 again put in this basic equation. So u is equal to ui plus uj minus ui x l. So this displacement in the form of ui and uj. Okay, then just after simplification and write in the form of matrix. So 1 minus xl, so this is first shape function for node 1, x upon l. Okay, so this means length with respect to original length. So this x upon l considered as a shape function. 1 minus means remaining ratio 1 minus x upon l considered as a second shape function. So that length ratio denoted as a n, that is shape function. So n is nothing but 1 minus x upon l and second x upon l, and this is displacement vector. So we can write this u equation is equal to n1 u1 plus n2 u2 or uj. Okay, so just remember this equation. If you want to calculate a displacement of any point within that element, so that displacement is equal to shape function, product of shape function and displacement at node 1 plus product of shape function and displacement at node 2. Okay, means अगर summarize करते हो, we follow polynomial equation, that is straight line. We consider that variation is equal to straight line. We calculate constant value in terms of displacement, that is calculate a1 a2. Okay, that is u1 and uj minus u1 upon l. Then that length ratio considered as a shape function, and lastly we represent that displacement function at point p in terms of node 1 and node 2, shape function displacement, shape function displacement. ठीक है, तो ये lastly ये equation याद रखो. Then shape function in natural coordinate system, ये जो equation है वो आपका local coordinate system है. Then next, in natural coordinate system, so there are two possibility. जैसे element 1 आपने consider किया, तो psi, value of psi, that is -1 at node 1 and +1 at node 2, and at midpoint that is 0. ठीक है, तो there are two possibility. A value of shape function is maximum equal to 1. ठीक है, तो shape function का जो भी summation है वो maximum 1 possible है. Suppose in first case we consider node 1 having 1 means maximum displacement and node 2 having 0 displacement. Maximum means we consider as 1 and minimum consider as a 0. Okay, in second possibility, node 1 having 0 and node 2 having maximum displacement. Okay, so the equation of line in general form, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so this is y and this is x. Psi represent x and displacement represent y. For case 1, we know the slope, that is y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Okay, so here y2 is equal to 0 minus 1 y1, this is y1, value equal to 1, Then x2 means maximum value equal to 1 from reference minus value of node 1, that is psi1, that is -1. ठीक है, so we have boundary condition with respect to y and x. तो यहाँ पे y1 1, y2 0. इन नेचुरल कोऑर्डिनेट x को ही हम psi कर रहे हैं. Psi is equal to psi1, that is -1, psi2, that is x2, that is 1. So after putting x2, y2, x1, y1, m is equal to -half. ठीक है, क्योंकि निगेटिव स्लोप है 1 से towards downward direction. So m is equal to -1. So after putting value of m, n1 is equal to -half psi plus c. Then again we have boundary condition, that is at node 1 psi is equal to -1 and shape function n1 is equal to 1. okay, हम अगर maximum consider करते हैं then we'll get the value of c is equal to half. ठीक है, इस इक्वेशन में हमारे पास n1 है and psi, then we'll get value of c. Then after putting a value of c in same equation, we'll get a value of n1 in terms of psi is equal to 1 minus psi upon 2. ठीक है, तो हम सिंपली बाउंड्री कंडीशंस पुट कर रहे हैं इन जनरलाइज इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट नेगेटिव स्लोप हो सकता है और सेकंड केस पॉजिटिव स्लोप. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्स्ट सिचुएशन, ठीक है, psi1 1 minus psi upon 2. Similarly, we'll find or we apply our second boundary condition. okay, तो second boundary condition क्या है हमारे पास? y2 equal to 1. This is maximum displacement. y2 is equal to 1 and y1 equal to 0. x2, that is value of psi, equal to 1. x1 value of psi, that is -1. m equal to half. If you carefully observe, first situation में slope negative and second case slope is equal to positive. That's why m equal to -half, and in second situation m equal to +half. In similarly, you can determine a value of c by applying boundary condition, that is psi equal to -1, psi equal to -1, and n2, that is y displacement, is equal to 0. okay, so c equal to half and n2 become n2 is equal to 1 plus psi divided by 2. ठीक है, so after applying boundary condition we'll get value of n1 and n2. so briefly इतना याद रखना है, relation between global and local coordinate, then displacement in local coordinate system, then shape function in natural coordinate system, that is n1 1 minus psi divided by 2 and n2 1 plus psi divided by 2. सिर्फ साइन चेंज है, 1 minus psi and 1 plus psi. okay, means a single element having two nodes, node 1 and node 2. so there are two shape function, n1 and n2. if there are three nodes, then there are three shape function. if four node, then four shape function. okay, so this is regarding a shape function of 1D element having node equal to 2. then there are two shape function. we will more clarify by by solving example. ठीक है, according to problem statement, two noded one dimensional element has node 1 and 2 located at distance 200 and 360 respectively from y-axis. so this is our y-axis, node 1 having 200 and node 2 having 360 mm from y, means this is nothing but globe, means we follow global coordinate system. the displacement of node 1 and 2 are 0.3 and -0.5 respectively. you don't bother about whether that displacement is compressive or tensile. You just follow sign that is positive or negative. So u1 that is 0.03 mm means node 1 के ऊपर displacement कितना है 0.03 and displacement at node 2 that is minus 0.05. ठीक है, means value of u2 0.05. Then at point P, locate at distance 40 mm from the node 1 within the element. Okay, means node 1 से P distance कितना है 40 mm. So 1P, this is not 1 minus P, this is distance from P with respect to node 1 is equal to 40 mm. Okay, so means actual P distance from reference line is equal to 200 plus 40, that is 240. Determine natural coordinate, that is psi, then linear shape function and displacement of that P point. ठीक है, so one by one we'll calculate coordinate system, that is value of psi. So this is our natural coordinate system. Node 1 psi value is equal to -1, node 2 psi value is equal to +1. Okay, and this is our reference. So distance of P with respect to reference is nothing but our psi. So our ultimate goal to determine that psi value. Okay, we know the relation between natural coordinate and global coordinate system. Psi is equal to 2x minus x1 x2 minus x1. X is nothing but distance from reference line. So this is 200 plus 40, that is 240. Similarly, x1 is equal to 200, x2 is equal to 360, and x1 is equal to again 2. After solving, we'll get psi is equal to minus 0.5. So this is reference point 0 and P lie towards left side direction. So psi is equal to minus 0.5. Psi is equal to minus 0. Second, find out linear shape function, means calculate value of n1 and n2. We directly use this standard relation or equation, that is n1 is equal to 1 minus psi divided by 2 and n2 is equal to 1 plus psi divided by 2. If you know the value of psi, by using that psi value we can calculate a shape function of n1 and n2, that is 0.75 and 0.25. Third, calculate डिस्प्लेसमेंट. जैसे हमें नोड 1 और नोड 2 का डिस्प्लेसमेंट पता है, तो कैलकुलेट डिस्प्लेसमेंट एट पॉइंट P. So displacement at point P, we use relation of local coordinate, means shape function with respect to local coordinate system. Okay, so product of shape function and displacement at node 1 plus product of shape function and displacement at node 2. So this is basic relation है, मीन्स आपको डिस्प्लेसमेंट फाइंड आउट करना है तो सिंपली डिस्प्लेसमेंट यहाँ पे रिक्वायर्ड है, रिमेन इक्वेशन मींस इक्वेशन रिमेन सेम. अगर आपको स्ट्रेन निकालना है तो वी शुड नो द strain value at node 1 and node 2. If you want to calculate stresses, so we should know the value of stress at node 1 and node 2. Just simply अगर यहाँ पे u है तो यहाँ पे u होना चाहिए, यहाँ पे सिग्मा है तो यहाँ पे सिग्मा होना चाहिए, बस इतना सा सिंपल रिलेशन है. ओके, टू फाइंड आउट डिस्प्लेसमेंट एट P point, so n1 u1 plus n2 u2, we know the value of n1 n2, that is 0.75 0.25, and u1 and u2 given in problem, that is 0.03 and u2 is equal to minus 0.5. then after simplification and after solving we'll get the value of u is equal to 0.01 mm. ओके, तो ऐसे सिंपल क्वेश्चंस आपके एग्जाम में आते हैं. ओके, just to determine natural coordinate system psi, shape function, that is value of n1 n1, for that we require value of psi. Then to determine displacement, for that we require shape function and variables value or magnitude of that variable. Okay, so we'll stop here, and after that in next session we'll calculate a shape function of quadratic element, that is 3 node, and later on we'll calculate shape function for cubic element, that is explain shortly again numerical. Okay, no problem. I will again brush up this numerical as well as concept of shape function in next session. Okay, no problem. I will explain that. Okay, thank you. Due to time constraint, I will. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you for listening. If you have any doubt, please, we will continue in next session.